Okay, we're ready.
Hi, my name is Donna Thompson. Actually, I go by Q Thompson, so if you'd like to call me Q, that's pretty easy to remember. Today I'm going to read a story. The name of the book is The Happy Dromedary. In case you don't know, and you probably do, dromedary means a specific kind of camel that they have in the desert. They're very fast and they're very strong. So they're very loved in the desert. So The Happy Dromedary is a book that I got to read to you today because it's one of my daughter's favorite. The book is by Berniece Freschet, and it is illustrated by Glen Rounds. So here we go. And if this is the first time I've read a book to children, so, well, I mean on camera. So if I'm a little nervous or mess up, you please forgive me. Okay, The Happy Dromedary. Oh, I forgot. This is Z back here. We like one-letter names. So here we go. Millions and millions of years ago, when the birds and beasts first came upon the earth, the king of the animals said, "Go and look throughout the land and find a place to live, for you may make your home wherever you choose." So, there they are, all the animals. They're going to go out and look. The leopard and the tiger chose to live in the leafy jungle. The bear, the bear and the wolf chose the cool, shady forest. Here's this. The rabbit and the mouse chose the grassy meadow, and the birds chose the trees and the air above the earth in which to make their home. If you were with me, we could look at these pictures a little closer. But we'll just do it this way. Not many creatures wanted to live in the hot, sandy desert. But when the dromedary went out into the world to find her place and came to the desert, she said, "This is where I want to live, here in the beautiful desert, where the eye can see from horizon to horizon, where there is no sound but silence, and where no snow falls to chill my body, and no cold winds blow to weaken my bones." But in the beginning, the dromedary, also called camel, did not look the same as she does today, and when she tried to walk upon the desert, her feet sank into the sand. And you can see this picture. She doesn't have her hump, and she is sinking into the sand. So let's see what happens. So the dromedary went to the king of the animals, and she said, "O great king, I want to live in the beautiful desert where the sky is as blue as the blue, blue sea, and where the morning sun turns the hills of sand from pink to gold. But my feet are so small that when I try to walk upon the desert, they sink into the sand, and I cannot go far. Please, would you make my feet bigger?" "As you wish," said the busy animal king, and the great king changed the dromedary's feet, making them large and flat and floppy. And the dromedary was very happy. She went back to the desert. Now she could walk upon the sand, plop, 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 with her large, flat feet. But the way was far between the water holes, and soon the dromedary became hungry and thirsty. So she went to the animal king, and she said, "O great king, can I walk upon the sand? Now I can walk upon this sand, but the way is far between the water holes, and I soon get hungry and thirsty. Please, would you give me a large hump on my back to store food and water?" And the tired king said, "As you wish." He gave the dromedary a large hump on her back to store the food and water. And the dromedary was very happy. Now she could walk upon the sand with her large, flat feet, and she could go long distances without food or water. And there, I want to show you this picture because here you can see she has those big feet and she has the hump on her back. Can you see that? I hope you can. Okay. Now let's see what happens. But the other animals laughed at her. "Look at those funny, floppy feet," said the goat. "Look at that lumpy hump on her back," said the horse. "Look how ugly she is," cried the tortoise. The dromedary was very sad. She went to the king of the animals again. "Oh, great king," she said, "now the others call me ugly, and they laugh at the way I look. Please change me back to the way I was before." And the animal king said, "You came to me and asked for large, flat feet to walk upon the desert sand, and I gave them to you. Then you asked for a large hump on your back to store food and water, and I gave you that. Now you come and ask me to undo all that I have done? That even I cannot do." The animal king turned away. "Go," he said. "I have much work to finish. Do not bother me again." The unhappy dromedary hung her head. She went away and hid. She hid from the other animals. She wouldn't eat. She wouldn't drink. She just sat and she thought. More than anything else, the dromedary wanted to live in the golden desert, but it made her sad when the other animals laughed at the way she looked. After much thought, she finally decided that she must go away and find a new place to live. Her head bent low, she plodded slowly back to the animal king. "I'm sorry to trouble you again, great king, but I must leave the beautiful desert. I cannot be happy there where everyone laughs at me." The animal king looked up with weary eyes. "Dromedary," he said, "no other animal was clever enough to think of the special gifts that you thought of for living in the desert. You must not leave, for you will be a most valuable friend to the people who one day will come to live there." Then the tired king closed his eyes and for a long while was silent. Just as the dromedary had decided that he must have fallen asleep, the animal king opened his eyes. I have an idea. I'll just make your neck longer and push back your nose a bit. That should do it." And when he was done, he told the dromedary, "Now go and live in your beautiful desert and be happy." When next the dromedary met the other animals, she lifted her long neck high, her chin went up, and she sniffed. She pretended that she didn't see the others. At first the animals laughed, but then a strange thing happened. As they stood looking up at the tall dromedary, one by one they stopped laughing. "How very proud she looks," said the goat. "Oh, so important," said the horse. "She is important," said the tortoise. "No other animal can walk as far across the hot desert without tiring as she, or travel as many days without food or water." "My," sighed the animals, "how great and beautiful she is." And so it is with her long neck stretched high and her chin tilted up toward the sky, their happy dromedary walks across her golden desert. Plop, plop, plop. And there we go. And there she is at the end. She looks totally different now. She's got her hump and her big feet, and she's holding her head high. Thank you for listening with me today. If you like the story, please let me know, and I'm going to be reading some more stories to you. And when I do, I hope Z comes back with me. She likes them too. Bye-bye.